Alright, we're sending video from the streaming software at an alarmingly weird bitrate over to the stream, and it looks like it's working. So, I don't know why my thumbnail's different. Sorry about that. Hi, everybody! Hope you're having a good day. I am just gonna really quickly double check the thumbnail because it said it was weird. It said it was the old one that I used, even though I've changed it like twice. But anyways, hello Mermaid Calypso, Sweet Magnolia, Shadow Nightmare, Maggie Fluffy, welcome, welcome everybody. Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît, why is it still my old thumbnail that I've used like 4 times? We are on Tail Tea Time number 51. I did number 50 earlier this year, and then I've taken a break from streaming just because internet's been real bad, but it seems to be okay today. So let me share this again. There we go. Copy. Now I'm going to go onto the YouTube chat because it just looks a lot better. There we go. There's myself. It looks a lot better than the other one. So how's everyone doing? Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. I've had a busy couple of days actually for my weekend, but I'm going to relax a lot. That is next 2 days. I've got a long weekend today, so that's great. What color are you dyeing your hair? I'm glad you asked. I am using the Arctic Fox Purple Rain, which I am very stoked for. Let me just... I got a new... I use Streamlabs for, like, my little super chat button and everything, donations. And it's like, oh, we have, like, OBS... but for Streamlabs, and I'm like, well, that's really cool. I should use that. And it's like, great, and it's already set up. I'm like, cool, it's got my stream key, and then it's like, just kidding, actually, it's not that. It's not what you thought. You have to make your own live video, and I'm like, well, that's silly. I will do that another time. Anyways, welcome, welcome. Alright, who else is here in the chat? Truly Tasha, Bryant DeJesus, Carissa Davis, Dalton MLP, Brittany Lewis, hello, Flame Gladiator, Andrew Brooking, Brittany Lewis, I'm a mermaid nerd. Me too. Me too. Alright, so I've got the remnants of a bubble tea for my tea today. Unfortunately, I slurped it all while I was getting ready, and I'm like, well, that's no fun. But we'll slurp a little bit more today. Bubble tea, it's got mango stars in it. Now then I kind of had a bad idea. I have a bubbly, like the carbonated water. Just a simple, no name, not LaCroix. So my headroom's like not very good. Here it is. And I had a terrible idea to mix it in with the remnants of my bubble tea and drink it with the mango stars. But that's, I don't know how good of an idea it is. Should I do it? Should I mix in leftover bubble tea with bubbly water? It's like literally just, I don't know, it's like the weird foamy stuff that came with my milk tea. And then there's like mango stars left at the bottom. This is really gross, I know. Where are there still little people? I don't know why everyone's complaining about that now. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, there's like no one at this premiere. And I'm like, shut up. Don't make me feel insecure. 60 is actually pretty good. It's probably because the last few videos have done like really well. But there's always a recession when I don't post. But I don't really care how many people come to my streams. As long as I can make one person happy, that makes me pleased. Like, I went live on Instagram yesterday and the day before, and it was really nice. And I was like, I miss talking to everybody, so let's talk to people. Let's do Tail Tea Time today. And so far, so good. Fans across the internet seems to be working pretty good. So that's great. I love your videos so much. Oh, thank you, Olivia. Hello, lovely. Hello, Siren Sadie's. Lee bubble tea, yes. What does bubble tea taste like? It's good. There's lots of different flavors. I got strawberry milk tea with mango stars because it feels kind of like spring today, and that's really exciting. The classic bag over the hair. I've been through that lots. Yep. I don't know. Is there any like cuter solution? You never fail to make anyone happy. Thank you. Do not mix. That sounds you. Okay. You're probably right, Mercedes. You're probably right. Now you guys just get to hear me grossly slurp up the mango stars. Is this ASMR? I'm drinking bubble tea right now, too. Whoa! So we went and got bubble tea together. Maybe it's because we did. Hello, Inky Shadow. All right, so let's go through updates. So what has been going on in the life of Faith of the last month? I started playing Skyrim. That's been fun. You're extremely random. Oh no. Oh, yay! Oh, I'm glad I appeal to your random sense of humor. What else? I started playing Skyrim. Yeah, we're in lockdown still, so that's fun. What else has happened? Bryson, help me out. Okay, I tried the Rainbow Tail for like a couple times. I did 5 backflips in a row, and then 6 backflips, and yesterday I did 7 backflips in a row when I went for a swim, so that was fun. Are mango stars the same as mango poppers? Not quite. Not quite. They're like just mango that's been punched out into the shape of a star. Skyrim, I was like level 100, then my PS3 broke. Oh no! Oh, I'm like level 4, I think. What else? What else have I done? Oh yeah, I made the Siren Tale bloopers video, so if you guys want to watch that, it's the latest video on my challenge. I definitely did not put a link in the description. Just give me, one hot second. I will find that and give it to you. Actually, no, I just shared it on my Twitter, so I will. And I also need to pin that tweet. Goodness, I'm a little behind. It's been a while since I've, posted a video, so I'm kind of glad that I did. Here, let's just copy, share, copy that link. Sad Skyrim noises. There, that's the link to my latest video, so if you want to just, like, open that in another tab. And then you guys can watch it later if you haven't. There we go. Last video. There, now it's in my description, like in the 3rd line of it. Butte. I enjoyed it. It was a nice break from homework. Ooh, very good. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yes, it was a good video. It took a lot longer to make because the way I do my videos, if I'm planning on doing a bloopers video, I just like I cut out what oh my gosh! Yay! Super chat! Okay, that means I need to sing the super chat song. You guys ready? We just got a super chat. We just got a super chat. We just got a super chat from our friends Shadow City / Shadowlander. Thank you. It'll probably show up on the stream. There it is. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Although I don't think it made the sound, which is a little annoying. Here, we'll just, nah, it's okay. I just didn't want to have desktop audio in case my YouTube started playing and, like that last time where I didn't realize that it was going and it was like this endless feedback loop. It was really bad. And everyone's like, Faith, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know! And then I fixed it. Hi, just joined. Hope you had a good week. I did, honest Canadian weirdo nerd. I had a pretty good week. It went by way too long, though. Is that the Blues Clues song? Maybe? Maybe? Trying to think of what else happened in the last month since I've streamed. Oh yeah, I got a video on TikTok that hit like 100,000 views, which was super awesome. And I hit 29K today. I checked this morning, I have 29K, so I'm really close to 30K, which is so exciting. The salt and pepper shakers were my favorite. Oh yeah, and their little baby paprika. I liked magenta, because magenta wore glasses, and I was like, I wear glasses. I've always been a glasses. Oh yeah, I broke my glasses. So on the other side, you guys can see there's a bit of tape covered in Sharpie. But I will be getting new ones, and I ordered 2 different pairs. I got one for wearing on land, and then one I can wear in the water. Not that there's really much difference. So I'm getting warm. I'm gonna turn off my radiator. There's not really much difference, but I do like to just have a backup, just in case. And these glasses for in the water, they're pretty similar to these ones, but they have a sparkle on the lens, which is really cool. Make sure if you're visiting you haven't hit the subscribe button, Nerdmaid to 10K, or Nerdmaid 30K, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, 100K on TikTok, that was pretty cool. And then I actually might, I might be sorting through some footage to make another super cool TikTok. but I don't know. I might do that later tonight. I don't know if I want to do it on stream. Let me know. Do you guys want to see me, like, scrub through footage for, like, a teeny tiny clip and then export it into a TikTok video? Andy remembers magenta. Hello, Lily Steven. What else exciting has happened in the life of Faith? I got the siren gloves. Not the siren gloves, but I got some siren gloves. They're really cool. And that's what I swam in yesterday, which is the footage I'll be looking for through for TikTok. So they've got, like, webbed hands, and then they're, like, nylon, so it's like pantyhose, but for your arms, and then they have, like, scales all over them. And that is not a flesh wound. That is actually hair dye. I meant to take that off. So when I dye my hair, I did a good job at it today, which I normally don't, is I put coconut oil around my hairline, and that stops hair dye from rubbing in. But sometimes I get it on my arms or my hands, so I usually just wash my hands, but when it's on my other skin, I'll just use these makeup wipes. They're really good, and take it right off, because sometimes it doesn't come off, and I'm like, should I use bleach? Sorry if it's a little late for a stream. I know this day just went away from me. I went to the chiropractor, got myself crunched. Oh yeah, that's another exciting thing. Not the chiropractor, which, I mean, taking care of yourself is good, but, oh, I left it on the landing. I got a new GoPro, suction cup mount, because my other one is, like, it's, like, rusting and falling apart, and, like, this part doesn't stay, and it's really frustrating. So I got a new one that hopefully will work a little bit better underwater. I keep on buying this one from Amazon, and I'm like, I was, like, about to click buy, because it's only $25, and I was like, no. Let's find the real GoPro one, because some of my friends have it and say it's a lot better. So let's find that one. And then that GoPro, I have the GoPro Plus, so it's like the subscription to GoPro, so that all my stuff is on the wall, or not on the wall, online in the cloud, instead of on my hard drive, which is bound to fail, because my luck is the worst. And GoPro's like, oh, part of the perks is you get, like, a insane discount on GoPro gear. And I was like, I will cash in on it. And it's like, you can save $20 on this normally $50 item. And I'm like, wow, amazing. And they're like, and it's $20 in shipping. I'm like, no. And then I found someone who was selling it for, along with a GoPro on Facebook Marketplace. And I said, hello, can I have just the suction cup mount? He's like, how much are they worth? $20? I'm like, $20 works for me. So I got one of those, which I'm excited to test out. And then what else did I do today? Then I went for a nice socially distant walk with my bestie, and then I brought a coffee to my boyfriend at work, which was fun. And then came home, and then it was sunny out, and so I convinced my gremlin sisters to come with me on a gremlin walk, and we got bubble tea, which is very good. I got the Purple Fin Fun Asian Magenta. Hey, no way, we're tail twins. I also have that one. Oh yeah, that's another update, is I am trying a new way of storing my tails. I don't know if I love it, if I'm being real, but I've already invested a couple bucks into that. Bryson, are you speaking another language? What are you doing? Oh, I see, you're talking to Christian. Oh yeah, Christian's the one that got the Asian magenta. Oh, nice, just mixed my colors. I'm a purple pink with warm pink strands. Excellent. Yes, I'm doing purple rain from Arctic Fox, which is one of my favorites. Although I did mix in a bit of my leftover red hair dye, which I didn't like that much. Hey, Faith. Hey, Emmy. Welcome to the stream. How many people have we got? I should look at that. We have 17 watching. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Let's see. Participants. Does it show all 17 participants? 1, 2, 3... 6, 7... Oh, Ayla J is here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, it says only 15. 17, 18. I don't know. Hi, Riley. I'm off to eat dinner. Have a good one, fishy. Bye, Saturday Sadie's. Good to see you. Alright. I think I got most of my hair dye off my arms. I always do this where I'm like, I'm gonna dye my hair before an important event. And then I get hair dye all over myself. I'm like, didn't think that one through. Did you see the Fin Fun brought back their 2 red tails for reprints? You have a chance to get their red tails. I know! It's cool! I don't really like the Rio Red design, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm actually, I feel like I'm good for Fin Fun tails for now. Although I do want to get Atlantis at some point. And the Hawaiian Sunset is pretty, but I'd rather get the Mertailor Splash. Yeah, but there may be something coming down the pipeline in terms of fin fun. We may be in the works. I can't reveal any details, but there may be more fin fun content coming soon. That will look cool in water, I bet. Oh yeah, it'll be seeping into the water. No, not really. As long as I rinse it out nicely. Oh, by the way, Gorilla spilled on purpose. That makes it even better. Come on, Henry, get off my arm. There we go. Excellent. Now my hands smell like lemon. Speaking of fruit, let's have some more mango. Yum. Mango stars are delicious. In the bubble tea place, I dropped my GoPro. At the bubble tea place I normally go to, there's like a bunch of different add-ons. You can get like mango stars, you can get rainbow colored jelly, which is like basically just Jello cubes. You can get coffee jelly, which obviously is my favorite, but I've already had 2 coffees today. As you can tell, I'm talking quite quickly. And what else? What else can you get? Those are like the main ones I usually get. Coconut jelly as well, which is pretty good. And so, yeah, one of my favorite go-tos is the strawberry milky tea with mango jelly. It's just so happy. Yum. Hi, Faith. My niece is going to get her first fin fun tail here in April when her pool opens again. It's all your fault. Oh, I'm so glad. Well, tell her I said welcome to the mermaiding world. I hope that she never leaves. No, just kidding. I hope that she enjoys it and has fun and is safe. Where did my I'm missing an SD card. I'm trying to plug in my my GoPro into the things. All right. I'm going to talk some tea. I'm going to spill some tea, guys, right now. All right. You ready? So, this is developing story. May or may not, hi there, may or may not be a, I don't have all the details, so take it with a grain of salt, but you guys may have heard some buzz about 2 different companies. One is Aqua Mermaid, and the other one is Fairy Tales Bangkok. So Fairy Tales Bangkok has not been around for that long. They've only recently started making tails. Aqua Mermaid has been around for a long time, and makes fabric tails. They aren't that good. And outsources silicone tails to a maker called Seinelt, I think is the name, Seinelt Creations, and kind of sells them, like uses her own platform to sell them. It is a partnership, but it's not a very publicated partnership. She just calls them Aqua Mermaid silicone tails. Most people don't like them. Most people don't think they're that great, except for her, of course. And I think that she kind of knows that, and started researching another company that she could take advantage of, partner with. And there's a new up-and-coming silicone tail maker based out of Thailand called Fairy Tales Bangkok. Now, Fairy Tales Bangkok, they haven't been around for that long. A few people have their tails, and Aqua Mermaid is one of them. You may remember, I think it was, last January or something. It was a while ago. Sorry, I'm just trying to plug in my GoPro so that it can upload to the cloud. Doink! There we go. She got a rainbow silicone tail. Because it was right before she got really pregnant, so it was sometime around this time last year, maybe a bit before. And she got this really, really pretty neon rainbow silicone tail from Fairy Tales Bangkok, which is kind of cool. And she sort of did a review, but she's like, oh, I swam in it once. It's a review. I'm like, that's not how you review things. But to be fair, she got pregnant. And so, when you're pregnant, you have baby in belly. Or you shouldn't be wearing a silicone tail that's only going to stretch so much, basically. And so she got this tail, and then she decided to partner with them. And I don't know if this is official partnership or not. That's the thing. But basically, she did the same thing with Fairy Tales Bangkok as she did with Seinelt Creations, where she leveraged her own platform to sell the mermaid tails, and she took, probably a bit of a seller's fee, or, in-between fee, which is never great. Having someone who's an in-between between the tail maker whose second language is English, and someone else who you're sending the money to. I don't know. I think it's a little weird. And I don't think a lot of people were aware that these tails that she was marketing as like their new Aqua Mermaid silicone tails were actually outsourced to a tail maker in Thailand who, his work is a lot cheaper compared to some other tail makers. This may be because of the materials he uses or just the fact that he's starting out. But his sculpts look pretty cool. His painting looks phenomenal. But then, so she'd listed these tails on her website, basically just using photos of hers, and it seemed like he was okay with it. Like, it seemed like, from what I've maybe heard, that he knew and was like, yeah, it was a 1-year contract or something, 1-year partnership. But I don't know if he was fully aware of what was going on. Some people were like, oh my gosh, she's stealing and like marketing and then just like selling them under people's noses and they don't know. And other people were like, no, it's a partnership. Like, he agreed to it. And because his English isn't the best, it's kind of hard to tell an answer from this guy. So anyways, that's kind of the setup. And then Aqua Mermaid last week posts a video saying, my silicone tail broke, this is horrible. And I don't know, people have their suspicions. So her story, from what I remember from the one time I watched it, is that she got the tail and she was really excited and she started to sell them, help him sell them. And then she used her tail, and then she sent it to somebody to use, and I've seen, like, the person who uses it and says, wow, thank you, Marielle, for sending me your tail, and I'm using it, and yay! And then she was shipping it to a production company to use, and I don't know, like, I've had requests. I've had people saying, hey, I'm a filmmaker, I see you have a silicone tail, can we use your silicone, can we rent it in a show? And I'm like, either I'm in that tail or I am on set and you're paying me a lot of money. I'm like, no. But she was fine with it. She's like, money. And shipped it using FedEx to this company, this production company, to use their tail in a show. And the tail arrived, like, super damaged. And then she's like, oh my gosh, my reputation is ruined. Like, it wasn't already. And is just like, oh, it's broken. And she shows some videos of it. And it, like, I've never seen a tail rip like that. The only way that fluke could rip, it really looks like someone cut it open with a knife, or that the monofin wasn't sealed incorrectly and, like, it had been folded so poorly that it just, like, got jostled and the monofin snapped through it. I don't know. Let me turn this on to live check, because I feel like it's not fully accurate. There we go. And so, yeah, so she posts that video and people are like, okay, but you didn't really tell us how it happened. So, I don't know, some people are guessing that she... Oh yeah, but, like, later on, like, in the video she says, like, I've contacted the maker because I feel like this might be his fault based on the type of silicone he uses. And because my tails from my company, meaning the company that she uses, outsources for her tails, she's like, I've had mine for, like, 4 years and it's never broken or whatever. Okay. Like this. Okay. So, is Aqua Mermaid based in Canada? Yeah. Quebec, Canada. Like, I think Montreal? And so, yeah, so she's saying, oh, it might be, like, not actual good silicone. And I don't know, I'm partially inclined to agree with that. I feel like the quality might not be that good. Other people are saying, no, it's made of dragon skin. But his methods seem a little bit different from other tail makers, because you can see that the inside of her tail is white. So it's like a white silicone, and then there's paint on top of it, which isn't always the best. Just in terms, because paint rubs off. Like my silicone tail, the paint, like I have like the ridge lines on the fluke, and some of because I just sit on my fluke, some of the paint got rubbed off, and then, but the actual color of the fluke is still teal underneath because it's made of teal silicone. His were just painted on. And I know someone else who has a tail from him, And she'd hung it upside down, the fin started to rip, and I saw that there was also that white on the inside. And yeah, they ripped pretty bad, which kind of sucks. But she's like, no, it's all my fault because I hung it upside down. I'm like, I did tell you to not hang it upside down, but yeah, whatever. It happens. That also happened to my tail, which is why I said, don't do it, don't do it! Anyways, so, I don't know. I've never seen one of his tails in person. Like, I can think of 2 people off the top of my head that I know for sure have one. And, I mean, they're pretty happy with them. But, anyways, now let's rewind back to about July. So my friend Mermaid Zelda, she was like, I've ordered a silicone tail from Fairy Tales Bangkok. Maybe it was even earlier than July. I think it was. I think it was probably like, I don't know, this time last year. She's like, I've ordered a tail from Fairy Tales Bangkok. It's a really good deal. And I'm going to have my dream mermaid rainbow pastel tail, the silicone tail I finally deserve. And I'm like, yay! And he keeps ghosting her. And it's not just her. It's his other customers. And one, coronavirus. You know, that just screws everyone up. But then he says he got in a car accident, and then he couldn't access his accounts, and all signs a little sketchy. And Aqua Mermaid also claims that he had not been responding to her messages when she's like, what the heck, what happened to my tail? So, yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. I saw the Molly Burke video about, oh yeah, her being blind. I'm not sure if it was Aqua Mermaid. It may have been. I don't know. But, yeah. So, we don't know. We don't know what's going on with Fairy Tales Bangkok. But I did notice that that his tails were off of her website a while ago. Like, I checked up on it and they were not there. So I thought that maybe their partnership had fallen through a while ago, or maybe just their contract ended. But I don't know, my theory, I don't know if it's a total theory, but my theory is that he was maybe like, no, I don't like what you're doing with my artwork, so I want out of this partnership. And she did, but she may have tried to do something really scummy and, like, just kind of try to smear his name. I don't know if she did that, but it's a working theory. But really, at the end of the day, I don't trust either of these companies, if I'm being real. Like, I've never really trusted Aqua Mermaid after she's done a lot of bad things. I'm like, oh, maybe this time she'll learn. Stop. You can't just try to sell rip-off Finfolk artwork, just buy it from a third party, like, wholesaler in China, and then when people call you out on it, claim you didn't know, when you own a Finfolk fabric tail and should recognize the scale print, particularly if you've been in the mermaid industry for as long as you have, and then wear said rash card to the convention, which I was at, I saw this with my own 2 eyes, wear same said rash guard to convention, working at the convention as a professional, in front of Finfolk. The Finfolk, Abby and Bryn, the twins that made the freaking artwork that you stole. Or were trying to sell, that yet another company stole, and that's kind of it. That's just, stop. Ma'am, stop. Can you stop? Anyway, so that is one of the many reasons why I don't trust Aqua Mermaid. She takes advantage of the community, and I think that she was taking advantage of this tail maker. But this tail maker, I mean, people, like, I think that a lot of people have survivor bias, where they've gotten a tail from this person, which was a good experience, and therefore no one else has a problem. I'm inclined to say that maybe not. I don't know if he's the most reputable to begin with. I think that because, friends of mine are still waiting for their tails after they've sent X amount of money to this tail maker. Moral of the story is both parties suck here. I certainly wouldn't want to buy anything from Aqua Mermaid or any services from Aqua Mermaid. And Fairy Tales Bangkok, I am not likely to trust for a good long while until he's actually selling silicone tails repeatedly with good reviews, and I don't know. And, like, one person said that they heard that he had 2 different options of silicone to use for a tail, and not a, like, a silicone and a silicone and neoprene, like a silicone and then a different sort of silicone. So, I don't know. I asked Amathea, Mermaid Amathea, my tail maker, and she's like, I don't know, I feel like that wasn't dragon skin silicone, because dragon skin silicone should not do that. I feel sad for the tail. I haven't seen any other failed tails Bangkok getting ripped horribly like that. I have not seen any tail ripped horribly like that, unless it was, like, purposely done. So, yeah, that's, if you guys are curious about that tea, that is the tea on it. That is my take on it. Still developing story. I don't really want to trust anyone I'm reading about this, because I feel like everyone has biases, but the whole situation is sus, and I would just avoid the 2 companies. And it's really hard to tell this guy, because, like I said, English isn't his first language. But there are people that are vouching for him, but the amount of times he's just ghosted people, and, like, has not delivered on tails, like, the reason I'm kind of mad at him, secondhand mad at him, is because my friend Mermaid Zelda is like, where's my tail? You promised it to me by the summertime of 2020. So, I'm like, Mermaid Zelda, no! You should have gotten it from Amathea. And this, kids, is why you go with Mermaid Amathea. Always. Because other tail companies are not taking orders, and Mermaid Amathea did not steal from anybody to start her business. Because I can think, like, there's just some dirt for every tail maker. I know dirt about every tail maker. Like, people don't like Finfolk because they don't like their customer service. People don't like Mer Taylors sometimes because of his attitude. People don't like See Through Sea because they've stolen from XYZ company. People don't like Mer Nation because they've stolen from XYZ company. Fairy Tales Bangkok, Ghost People, this other tail company out in Australia has, like, has done poor sizing. Marrowfins, just don't buy from Marrowfins. He's a horrible, abusive person. And just, the list goes on and on. TF Artistry, their sizing isn't that great. I don't really trust their work. Aqua Mermaids, I've heard terrible things about the monofins, and a lot of people just don't like the designs of it. Here I am, just spilling all the tea on all the tail makers. Merbellas, beautiful work, actually doesn't hold up that well, and will sometimes ghost people and just stop making their tails. At least they'll refund them. Or just, their wait times are 4 years old. 4 years old. Yeah. There was another one out in Russia that Eva Tails that, like, had really terrible communication. There's just, the list goes on and on. I know a lot more about North American tail makers than I do about tail makers overseas, but really, if you want to get into it, it seems like every single tail maker has got some issues, but, like, Mermaid Amathea's work, I know for a fact she did not steal any designs. She did not learn it from anyone other than herself. And information available publicly. She has not stolen any, like, painted designs. Her communication is phenomenal. Her wait times are realistic. And her prices are pretty good for the work that she does. So, if you're, like, waffling, if you have done all your internet tea research and realize that there's a deep, dark backstory to every single tailmaker out there, and you don't know where to go with, I seriously would 100% recommend Mermaid Amathea. She's making me a top right now, and I'm so excited! I'm so excited. Yeah, so much tea. Keep going, this is so helpful. I would get a tail from Mermaid Amathea, but when I do not have the money to, I'm 12, 3, I'm 12. Mermaid Amathea gets a lot of emails from 12-year-olds being like, I want a tail, give it to me for free. And she's like, No! So, it's worth the wait. I promise. It is worth the wait. Don't get a silicone tail when you're 12. Oh, Haley Mermaid! Haley Mermaid passes the vibe check. Her tails are good for entry-level tails. So, if you are looking for a silicone-ish tail, weirdo Canadian nerd, check out Haley Mermaid. She is a good tail maker and a good person, who's been around for a long time, so she knows what's up, and she's like, oh yeah, Creature Fins! Creature Fins delivers good product and service, however she takes commissions on an extremely limited basis. So, there's that. But yeah, there's a lot of tea about all the tail makers. I'll continue to make my own fabric tails. Fabric is the way to go, let me tell you that. I finished my bubble tea. Into the garbage you go. Emma Thea's work is amazing quality. Actually, like, I got the second tail she ever made for a customer. The second tail. And let me tell you, it has held up fantastically. And she's in right now for upgrades. So, Courtney has a tail from Creature Fins. Really? I didn't know! Who makes good plus-size tops? Well, Amathea. Amathea makes great tops. Finfolk's tops can fit plus-size people. Like, I think that they go all the way up to, like, triple Ds or something. I'm trying to think of who else. Siren Allure can make plus-size tops. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I know Merch Taylor can make, he makes really good supportive tops for plus-size people. He does, like fabric. They're only fabric. I know he does silicone tops, but I don't think anyone really likes them that much. Curial Mermaid actually has some good plus-size options. Oh, good to know. So much aggressive sipping, yes. Sorry, guys. It's been so long since I've had a tail tea time. I was like, dang it, I have tea to spill. It's really funny. Sometimes I go for walks with my best friend or whatever, because that's, like, the one thing we can do to see each other in Corona time. And, nothing is going on in our own lives. Like, I am in a happy, wonderful relationship with, like, no drama whatsoever. And she is not in any relationship. And her friend group, last year, my best friend's friend group was, woo! It was a ride. And I felt so bad for her, but I was also like, glad I'm not affiliated, because that sounds stress-inducing. She had boy options, and then they fell through, and now she's, like, nowhere near anything going on with boys and or friends, and, like, because we're in coronavirus, we're, like, so locked down in terms of, like, who we can see, that, like, drama in real life doesn't happen anymore, and so, like, I saw her today, and we're like, what do we have to talk about? Nothing has been going on. I'm like, how is your schoolwork? She's like, oh, schoolwork's good. How's your work? I'm like, oh, work is good. I've been cleaning garbage cans. And so, when there's, like, a bit of mermaid tea, I'm like, Megan, you will never believe what happened. This person called out this person for buying followers, but this person just shut them down, and then they said this really bad narcissistic apology, not apology. It's just, I'm like, Megan, you don't know any of these people. You don't even care about mermaiding. Let me tell you the tea. Don't worry, I'm good with my 2 fin funds. Oh, that is good. That's good. I hope next year will be safe enough for MagicCon, because I can't wait to see you in person someday. Yes, I actually got an email. I did ask for MagicCon if they wanted me to come on to do a class on filmmaking for mermaids, because I feel like either the bar is like a cell phone video or extremely high quality of like underwater filmmaking that everyone's like, I don't know how to achieve that. So I wanted to do a class on making videos like the ones I do, or like the videos I made 4 years ago, of how to make a video of your mermaiding for different options, for different platforms, and that sort of thing. And so I submitted that. I said, hey, this would be a cool class. And they're like, yeah, however, I don't think we can make that happen this year just because COVID, and you're Canadian. I'm like, I would agree, but I'd love to do it next year. So I might be teaching a class of MagicCon next year. We'll see. If not, I probably plan on going anyways, because it's actually... Aw, thanks, Bryson. And you would come with me! You would come with me. We would go to a convention together. Bryce and I were having a conversation the other day about, like, when I went to Magic Con last year, and he was like, I will bring you a coffee before you go. I love you. Goodbye. And this was, like, 2 weeks after we made it official. But, and we were like, I want to go to a con one day together. And we're like, dang it! Why didn't you just come with me? You could have bought an airplane ticket. You could have come. But that's okay. Oh, I want to film you again if you come to Magic Con. Yee! That was great. 10 out of 10. I know, the best thing about Magic Con is that, like, most people didn't have tenders, but it was great because some people would just be like, entailed. They'd be like, you, I know you. Can you please go and grab that thing from my bag? It's like the 4th purple bag on the bleacher stands. Like, I did that for Justine. Justine did that for me. It was great. I want to go to VidCon one day. VidCon was great. That would be fun, Ellie, if we, like, went down to VidCon together. I kind of forget that VidCon exists because I'm just focused on mermaid conventions, but that would be very cool. Did you dye your hair? We're working on it. We're working on it. I'm letting it set. I don't know when, I'm gonna take it out. I kind of don't have much, much of a deadline, other than the fact that I want to get up early enough to watch church tomorrow. Oi, hi, Kylie. Ooh, you have chocolate chip waffles. That's great. I finally got my first mermaid talents from FinFun. Yay! Shakira. I'm sorry. I bet you get that a lot. I get, unless that's not your real name, I get faith jokes all the time, so I feel bad. I would love to go to MerMagicCon one day. Totally worth it. Doesn't matter what age you are. Doesn't matter what gender you are. Doesn't matter how new or experienced at mermaiding you are. I cannot wait till we have a big Mermaids of BC swim again. Yes! Me too. I just don't want to do meetups right now because everyone likes to get in your face, and I'm already not a fan of that. But especially not during COVID times. I got to swim in it. I've never felt so mermaid. Yay! I'm so glad for you. The screen is doing something weird. It's probably because my bit rate is really weird. I know it is bad. It seems to be okay, everyone. Yeah, we're at 1100 kilobytes a second now. Actually, I should probably go onto my YouTube chat, the live video, and see what it is doing for y'all now. Oh yes, I see that. I don't have a live stream of the feed. Now I do. Back when that happened, I just didn't see it. Because it was paused, but now I see it. Now I can see what's going on the stream. Now I can see what you guys see. But yeah, it dipped. But thankfully the internet's been pretty good today, and I'm stoked on that. If Mariah Elizabeth ever goes, I'll go. There's more creators than Mariah Elizabeth, Ellie. I promise you, there's lots of really cool people at VidCon. I need to go for a swim, but all the people at pool act like there's no COVID and swim right by you. It's awkward. It's a little awkward. But the good thing about having a really long breath hold is that if you see someone that you don't want to be breathing near, you can just... So I've gotten pretty good at, like, at one pool I go to, it's, like, only lane swimming. So I go in the water walking lane, and I just kind of, like, I take the corner in the deep end and just kind of go away. And so most times people will just kind of stop and then, like, turn around or not go to the wall where I am. But other times if they're like, then I just stay down. I'm like... Alright, Gerald is left, and then I surface away from them. So, it's just all about being mindful about it. But at another pool I go to, it was, like, so empty, because they're only allowed 48 people in, like, this humongous 50-meter pool, and leisure pool, and 2 hot tubs, so I'm like, mint. Yeah, I just stick my head underwater and zoom away. Yeah, pretty much. The nice thing about conventions is the less super big creators, more meeting your fellow con creators and getting new ideas, or finding those with the same passion as you. Yeah! When I went to VidCon, if you are feeling brave, want to watch the video vlogs I did of it, they're live on my channel, and you can watch them! I was only 2 years older than you, Ellie. Actually, no, I think I was only 15, so... How old was I when that happened? That was VidCon 2014. Yeah, so I would have just turned 16? Yeah, because I brought my tail. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I went down to VidCon, and it's Grove. It. Hi. Yeah. I was 15. No, 16. I went with my best friend Megan, and we were big fans of certain creators, and just it's a little cringy. It's a little cringy, but the point I'm making here is I got to discover new people that I wouldn't normally have searched out. Like, I saw someone that I was like, oh, they look vaguely familiar, and so I got to meet them, and it was really cool. Then I got really into their content later on, which was neat. And I got to meet, like, my favorite YouTuber of all time, which was really awesome. Bryson, what are you doing? No, 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 no. How do I delete a comment? I can't delete a comment from a moderator. No. Oh, hey, Felicia. We're just talking about cringy 16-year-old me at VidCon. But I also got to meet, like, people my age who were making videos who were just as awkward as I was, and I got to go to VidCon prom, which was, like, the best dance I've ever been to, and then I went to the MerMagicCon gala, and it was so much better. But, oh man, VidCon was really fun. I would like to go again, but I mean, I kind of was considering going last year, or I guess 2019, because California Mermaid Convention and VidCon were kind of around the same time, but it was like basically the same weekend, so I was like, don't think I'll do that. But it'd be really cool if Cali MerCon and VidCon were really, like, within a week of each other, and I could make a little California vacay, but I didn't want to travel and go to conventions until at least there's a vaccine. And I know that I won't die going to the United States. VidCon sounded so fun back in the day. I think that it was more fun in its early stages, if I'm being real. I think now it's gotten a little weird. And that's what I've heard from a lot of different creators. But I think it's still cool. I think it's a good resource. And I had tons of fun when I went, meeting creators and seeing panels and going to shows. And yeah, it was enjoyable. Let me slurpy slurp. Yeah. But now, like, I consider MerMagicCon to be more valuable to me in terms of networking, because I'm meeting people within my industry of mermaiding rather than people within my industry of YouTube. Like, in terms of YouTube friends, I have, like, I don't know, there's a couple people around. Actually, like, a girl I used to go to youth group with, she was pretty, let me check her out. Let me see how many subs she has. Oh, shoot, I can't even remember her. I know she changed her username. I do not know. I do not know her YouTube name. It's not hey, it's so-and-so. Oh, shoot. Okay, wait, I gotta look at my subscriptions. Please hold. Why don't we have vaccines in Canada? I don't know. I try not to think about it. I just, you know what you rule about live streams is we don't talk about real life issues here, cause that's boring and will scare away people. We just, okay, how do I find what channels I've subscribed to besides, oh, I think it was called Simply something, not Simply Nailogical. Yeah, her name was like, it was really bad. No, filter channel. Sorry, I'm really trying to find this girl I went to youth group with, because I know she hasn't been posting a lot on YouTube recently, just because school and life, but I'm really trying to find her channel. How do I find all of my, browse channels? Is that how you find, no, how do I find, where's just the place where I can look at my subscriptions without scrolling through the sidebar, you know? How do you do that? Someone put, no, I don't want to do that. Because it's taking me a long time, and they're not alphabetical either, which is very stupid. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Man, I'm subscribed to like 500 YouTube channels. That's kind of hilarious. Oh, Christopher Bill is live. How do I, subscriptions? Just how do I find, Oh, look, Base on the Faith posted a video. Manage? Can I go to manage? Okay, now they're in alphabetical order. Sorry, this is a tangent that's taking way too long. Point is, I don't have a lot of YouTube friends that aren't mermaid YouTubers. Okay. Her name was Sarah. We're in the M's, so we can scroll through all the mermaid channels. L, M, P, Q, R. Alright. Not her, not her. Well, I've passed all the Sarahs. What is her name? Was it Simply something? Smile with no, that's someone else. I'm part of like some network groups on Facebook for YouTubers in, what do you call them? Canada and out here, Vancouver, but I cannot, I don't know, I haven't really connected with any of them, like, besides, like, I did one collab with a guy, and I've, like, talked with a few other people, but in terms of, like, actually, like, making friends with YouTubers in my area, it's really just been, like, mermaid YouTubers, and just, like, mermaids, online. Huh, did I unsubscribe without knowing that it's my friend? That would be silly. Yeah, I seriously cannot find this girl, which is weird. Huh. Grr. That's annoying. And I mean, like, a few people I went to high school with had YouTube channels. But I think that mine's got the most subscribers. I think anyways. I mean, some people did pretty well in YouTube on high school, but I think I'm the one that stuck with it for the longest and has probably gotten the most traction out of it. Not to the point that it is a job, but to the point where it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Where's there? I'm thinking of one person. Yeah, he's at 5K. Oh man, I cannot find this girl that I was friends with. Yeah, I mean, we're friends on Instagram and everything. But I cannot find her. Anyways, let's read it. What's your advice for new mermaid Instagram YouTuber content creators? Brand yourself. So, have the same name across all your platforms. Make it simple and easy to understand. Make it unique. So, Summer Star. That's a cute name. So if you want to be called Mermaid Summer Star, that's probably not taken. Go Mermaid Summer Star on Instagram. No spaces, no like underscores, punctuations, none of that. And then have like a similar or like the same icon channel icon profile picture for both those. So make sure that you're like easy to recognize and stand out so that people know it's you. So something unique about you, whether it's your face, your tail, your face and your tail, which is always hard to get. It's harder than you think. Mertubers or tube wavers. I think it's called Mertube. I think so. That's what we call it. Okay, search YouTube and /forward feed /forward channels. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was on. I was scrolling through it. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, that was a bit. But I seriously cannot. I cannot find this girl, and I don't think I unsubscribed from her, but sometimes YouTube does that. They're just like, nah, you don't need to see this person, and I'm like, but I want to. They're like, too bad, and then you don't notice, especially if you've like subscribed to so many channels. Okay, wait, I'm on a mission now. Let's go to Instagram, because I know what her, maybe she went with her last name? Oh yeah, and that's the weird thing, is that all of a sudden she started dating another guy from my youth group. And I was not expecting it, because, like, we all went to youth group, like, 6-7 years ago. And then all of a sudden, she's like, I'm in a relationship. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Okay, the link in her bio is not to her YouTube channel. It's to her website. I think she's kind of changed gears. She was very much, like a kind of beauty vlogger, and, like, oh, her website's expired. Like beauty vlogger. I just want to search like the like I want to be able to search the name of the person within my things. You know, like within my subscriptions. Is there a way to just search by keyword? rather than search all of YouTube. Okay, I'm just gonna search for her first and last name. Maybe she's like deleted her channel. That would be really sad if she did, but yeah. There's not really any popular channels coming in. That'd be really sad if she deleted her channel, because I actually enjoyed her videos. They were quite helpful, because she's like, here's how to be beautiful like me. And I'm like, thank you. I don't know. Let's see. She's got another website for her business. Maybe she just privated it. Oops. Oh, that website expired too. Dang it, girl! Show me your YouTube channel that you made when you were 15. Man, I can't find any of her videos and stuff. Sometimes YouTube auto-unsubscribes people that they sub to, yes. Only people in my school have YouTubes that you know of. I feel alone here in Barbados. Nobody does mermaiding here. I think it's weird. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just get your friends to do it, and then you can be a fun little mermaid pod swimming in the sea. Went with Summer Mermaid Star. We'll be changing username on YouTube soon. Perfecto. I do like that name. I do like that name. I wonder why Marbella's running a business if they say takes a little orders, and it does take time, obviously. Well, it's what they like to do, and they're good at it. But yeah, you sometimes wonder, you're like, how can you stay afloat? But they do all those like grotto sales where they like make jewelry or like tops and stuff and sell them. But people have been like pretty disappointed with the amount of time it takes to make custom items. Oh, thank you, Bryson. Lifeguard Bryson of the chat. All right, one more search, because I remembered what her username was like a couple years ago, but I think she changed it. That was how I said the things. Okay, wait. Hey, I remembered like her most popular video was about how to dress for middle school. But is this it? Ah, wait. No, that's a different person. Oh my gosh. All the beauty YouTubers, they're the same. No, I can't find it. Oh, I'm so sad. Now my YouTube search bar is going to be all weird now. Faith, with the rest of Merpels, how fluke are you, Roshi, here? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I know there's something else I wanted to talk about today, but I am forgetting it. Let's see, updates. New things. I got rid of the siren gloves. I tried hanging up my tails in a different way, and I don't know if I'm stoked on it. I posted a new video. Again, if you're new in the chat, I have a link in the description to my last video, which is all the bloopers of the siren swim, which is pretty funny. I hope you guys found it funny. I think it's one of those things where it was more funny to me when I was in the moment, but it was a good time wrangling an 80-pound tail and in like December going swimming, and it's like windy and we're all like and all that fun stuff. So if you want to check it out, link is in the description. It's got like 2,000 views now, which is great. Excuse me, I did it yesterday. I think, did I post it yesterday or did I post it Thursday? I can't remember, but oh my goodness, excuse me. And coming down the pipeline, I'll have some more review content. I'm working on the Finfolk review. I unfortunately lost the vinyl straps for it, and I want to try it with the Hydra monofin, but I need to procure the Hydra monofin, which is proving to be difficult. I feel like my friend that has the Hydra monofin is avoiding me. And then I also need to order some new Velcro to make new Velcro straps on it, so that's where we're at. I'm kind of like, grr. Our dog is sitting for my older brother. Dog's name is Dirks. He's a bit spazzy and a foyer. Oh no. It's a balmy 38 degrees. You're crazy. Good but crazy. Ha! Yeah, it's fine. That was, so I may have changed or confused some people. The temperature of the pool was 38 degrees. So it was nice and warm. The temperature of the air, oh yeah, that was Fahrenheit. The temperature of the air was 9 degrees Celsius, which isn't that far off from 38 degrees Fahrenheit. But, yeah. Nerdmaid, I know. Grr. So, I know, it's a bit confusing. If people give pool temperatures, we just are like, okay, that's the temperature of the pool. But when we do air temperatures, we always do it in Celsius. Unless you're old. Then you're like, it's 74 degrees. And we're like, shut up! Celsius! Celsius is better. It's kind of not, though. I came to the realization when I lived in the States that you guys might be right about how you do your air temperatures. Because someone described it to me, they're like, okay, just think of it this way. 0, like, it's on a human scale, right? So 0 degrees is like, oh, no, it's like deathly cold. And 100 degrees is, oh, no, it's deathly hot. So then you kind of think of it being like on a percentage, right? So like 50% is like, it's 50% hot and cold. And like 70 is like, oh, it's nice. It's like, you know, kind of warmer than like when you're like get up into like the 80s and the 90s. You're like, oh, this is too warm. So I'm like, oh, that's smart. But in Canada, where it's like winter almost all the time, it kind of makes more sense to have temperature in terms of water freezing, because we know that if it's 0 degrees, then there's gonna be ice on the ground, and if it's below 0 degrees, it's gonna be a little colder. And then for all you Canadians out there, there is shout out to Rick Mercer. He does something called the Rick Mercer Report, which is kind of like a late night parody talk show. It's just really funny. He like makes lots of commentaries on Canadian culture, and it's very wholesome and good. And he did this one, like he always does these like fake commercials, which are really funny, and or like sketches. And there was one he did, it was about like the promise of +1, and so it's like we spend so long like of just it being miserable and cold. Not where I live, but I did live in the prairies, so I do get some clout. I did live where it's very cold. And we're always like, oh, the winters are so long. But on the horizon, there is something where the at some point the high of the day is above 0. It's 1 degree Celsius as opposed to -10. And we're like, oh boy, when the day comes of it's +1, maybe I'll mow the lawn and stuff like that. And it's this really funny sketch where they're like, dang it, +1 didn't come today. But it's in the forecast for next week. One day it'll be +1 and winter will be leaving. That's like us with, what do you call it? Coronavirus cases. We're like, one day the cases will be down. But yeah, that's the meme, is that one, like, the weather people, like, just in order to keep the Canadians from being depressed, they just keep putting a +1 somewhere in the forecast and then moving it, but it's like constantly out of reach. We're like, one day we'll get there. It's supper, so bye. See you later. I should probably go for supper soon, but I'm enjoying talking to you guys. Just checking on the hair to how long to keep it in. Yes. Arctic Fox says like 20 minutes, but everyone says leave it in for 3 hours. So I usually just kind of leave it in, do an activity, like watch a movie or do some editing, and then I or live stream, which is why I like to do these, so I, have something to keep me occupied while I've got a bag on my head. Because I don't want to be like moving around. I'm like, oh, I will clean my room, do my laundry, because then my hair might get gross, and we don't want that. What's your favorite mer prop to use other than your tail? Mine's the 6 feet trident I use for homesick cosplay. It's now my favorite prop ever. I, like, in terms of props, like things I hold, my camera, I don't know, my glasses, I like my crowns, I like my necklaces. I don't really hold things underwater, because I like to use my hands for swimming. Have you seen Mermaid Phantom swimming in the snow and freezing cold water? I have not. It's cold and I live in cold Maine. It'll get warm in the summer. Sounds about right. I use the phrase splash you later in sense of see you later when saying bye. Very cute. See you later sounds better. Yes, it is the puns. I'll see you on the flip side. I'll see you next tide. Cute. Funny. In Minnesota, we're in the negatives, but at least we're not feeling that way. Heyo! Gotta love that. What's it called? Feels like temperature. Sometimes that's a blessing and it's a curse. It's like, it's -1, but it feels like 0. Or the worst is like, it's -10, but it feels like -20. And you're like, no. Don't visit Colorado. They don't play by real weather rules out here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to buy a tail now. Should I do it? I just moved from there, still working on the whole you don't need 6 layers. Oh my gosh, BC is so funny. Like, as soon as fall hits, because, okay, the thing about British Columbia is, like, you have to layer. You have to layer. Because it, like, especially if it's, like, that gross, like, fall, springtime, where it's, like, cold in the morning and then warm in the afternoon, like, we are layers up the wazoo. We've got, like, our pants. We've got, like, for the longest time in high school, I would wear leggings under my jeans so that my legs would be warm when I walked to school. And then if it felt like too warm at school, I'd just take off my jeans. But like we wear like, you know, t-shirt and then a hoodie and then like a light jacket and then a big jacket. It's fun. It's fun because you never know. Like you always have to bring a layer. That's the thing in BC. You always got to bring a layer. Like today I wore a t-shirt and a jacket. I'm like, should have brought a hoodie. Alright, change profile picture. Having trouble editing my YouTube name, so I gotta figure out tomorrow. Yeah, it's a little weird changing your YouTube name. You have to do it on your Google profile. Bryson is a gentleman and a scholar. That is correct. Sometimes YouTube takes a bit to show the changes. Also that, yes. Yeah. Anyways, I think I am going to go have dinner now because I am getting kind of hungry. All I've had today is poutine. How Canadian. No, actually, I had something else. I had bubble tea in this stuff. But I enjoy talking with you guys. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And, go check out my siren video if you haven't already. Share it with someone who you think would like seeing the reality of wearing a long, obnoxious extended tail used for a TV show. I hope you guys have a great day, and I don't know when I'm going to stream next, but hopefully sometime next weekend. All right, see you later.